Oh,
in your
oh.
room.
Chessboards too. We could play.
Okay,
I have a feeling she's thinking
let's
of
go out.
extremely something different than chess. Don't tell me she thinks she has hit the jackpot. Oh. Dude, if the first thing you do after coming inside the room
Why
is
don't you
take
see
off
over
your
the window?
jacket or sweater or something, okay. Okay, so this is definitely happening, right? I should have seen it coming in the last episode. I just thought that this guy might not feature anymore in the series. I was obviously wrong in it, or wrong in thinking that. And for some reason, does she look like Natalie Dormer from one side, like a certain angle? Like this, right? She looks like Natalie Dormer. I don't know if I'm saying her name right, but the one who basically plays Marjorie Tyrell. Surely, I'm not wrong in thinking that, right?
Here.
This is bad. She's not supposed to be drinking. Like, I'm just worried about the addiction. And she obviously likes it. For fuck's sake.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Not so fast. I'd like another. You really shouldn't. If you're gonna have one, get me one too.
This episode worries me a lot. And I, for one, have a feeling that she's gonna die at the end of the series. If this is not a, like, you know, like an arrow sort of thing where, everything happens within the year. So you can come back as long as you want to come back for. But this feels more like a life story of a person. So I'm guessing she is going to die due to addiction or
My
something
first
like
match
that.
was against this guy from Oklahoma. It was all
UGD versus.
This guy feels to me more like a show off than an actual player. Like most chess players have that poise about them. I mean, even a person like Carlson, right?
You're Beth Harmon.
He shows off, but
Yeah.
I saw a piece of
he's just fucking brilliant, right?
game they printed.
This guy feels a lot more
Thank you.
show off than an actual player.
I know. We met a couple of years ago in Cincinnati. Didn't meet, but we spoke.
Cincinnati.
We didn't play that year.
Okay. I'll take your word for it.
Guess I'll see you tomorrow.
You shouldn't have castled.
But obviously, he's a good player, right?
I needed to get the rook out.
I know you could have lost your advantage.
I don't think so.
Because pawn takes pawn, you can't take back.
Okay. I hope, like, I'm sure that she's a bit egotistical, so she won't, like, want to improve herself, and she'll probably be like, what I'm doing is right. Hopefully, she isn't like that.
Beltic could have beat me. But he didn't. So he could have.
Okay, so she's going to go down this route where
Then he
she's going to be
lost
like,
just by reading about a player he knows nothing about. He picks it up. I was so proud of myself when I found an error in a movie game, and now someone sent it to me. Stop thinking about what might have happened in the past.
Good advice.
Just sleep.
good advice. She's getting worked up about, well, she's getting worked up about things that she should be, but not to the extent that she's going to be, I have a feeling. and she'll definitely lose because of that. That sucks. Oh,
On a bishop 4, right?
this guy has a very weird dress up. I'm guessing that's a 60s sort of fashion style. You should have been prepared, Beth. You shouldn't be thinking now. Play the goddamn move. What are you doing? I mean, if she had to start with an e4, this guy's playing a Sicilian. What was she thinking about? Okay, so they're finally going to show a game properly. I like it.
I thought he could see what I was planning. I thought he could hear my heart beating and know how panicked I was. I still had time to get out of it. But he took the piece, just as I planned. I went into that game with a perfect score. Benny had 2 draws, so a draw would give me the title.
But you obviously went for the win,
I wanted to win.
of course.
I wanted to hammer his weaknesses. I wanted to show that fucking pirate that I could beat him, even though I didn't play the way he thought I should. And he captured my pawn, my protected pawn, the pawn that had held his queen to her corner for most of the game. I don't understand. He forced an exchange of queens. Oh, can you believe that? And then I saw what it meant. With the pawn gone, I was open to a rook bishop mate because of the bishop on the open diagonal. I could protect my retreating knight by moving one of the rooks over, but
Oh, she
protection
lost.
wouldn't last because his fucking innocent-looking knight would block my king's escape. The more I looked, the worse it all became. Caught me completely off guard. It was brutal. It's the kind of thing I did to other people.
I knew it. She lost to him.
I'm thinking about double pawns.
You were thinking about winning. What did you do?
I needed a counter threat. A move that would stop him in his tracks, but there wasn't any. I spent half an hour studying the board and decided that Benny's move was even sounder than I thought. I thought maybe I could trade my way out of it if he attacked too fast, but he was careful. I had to retreat, but he kept coming.
But surely, like, a performance like this is going to, like,
You resign now.
it's going to be like a recognition sort of thing, getting to the finals of the US Open, I'm guessing.
game.
Dude, like, you have to learn how to take criticism and how to improve. Like, I'm not sure she can do that, but she is 21, right? So I'm kind of. I have to give her some sort of a
You'll split the
slack.
prize money. You'll be co-champions. You will still get a trophy, albeit a smaller one. It happens all the time. I made some inquiries. The Open Championship is often shared.
Didn't seem he was doing.
Oh, so she did not lose the championship, she just drew it.
All the time.
Okay, that's
Nobody
weird because
You don't know anything.
a lot of big
I know
tournaments.
what it feels like to lose.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Oh, don't do that, Beth.
And now you do too.
Good comeback. Good comeback. It's done, right? Yep, it's done. Okay. Oh, that was very good episode. I have seen that guy somewhere. I have to figure it out. I have to figure it out who that guy was. So I'm gonna do that first. I've definitely seen that guy somewhere. Like he has definitely been in like some sort of a big movie or a TV series or like something like that. Who is this guy? Thomas Brody Sangster. I have seen him somewhere. Who is he? Who is he? Okay, none of the movies here I have seen. Okay. He has played in a lot of movies. I don't know. I have no idea where I've seen this guy, but I do know that I've seen this guy. Was he in like Game of Thrones or something? Oh yeah, this was guy is in Game of Thrones. He's the he was with Mira Reed. He was Jojen Reed or something, right? The brother basically. He's that guy. I knew it. I knew that I had seen this guy somewhere. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, that's interesting. Anyways, back to the episode. There were a couple of things with this episode, right? I mean, I liked the whole episode. I did not have any issues. I mean, of course, I knew that most TV shows have this thing where they have to make the protagonist like suffer and stuff, and like rise from the ashes, if you may, like a phoenix or a, even like that sort of a Batman sort of dialogue that's there in the Batman Begins. If you fall, you have to get up. I forgot the line. Basically, what Thomas Wayne says to Bruce Wayne. So I knew that there's going to be some sort of negatives and stuff. And obviously, she lost to this guy, Benny Watts. And I actually thought that this episode is going to have like the hormones. How should I say? Basically, I thought that this episode is going to have like some sort of a romantic entanglement of sorts between the Towns guy and Beth. But there was obviously that moment that did not happen. What else? Yeah, so this guy, for some reason I thought that this guy felt like he's always talking about how he would have done this, or how this position is bad, or how this opening is just, it has a lot of pawns in it or something. Like, I get it, right? This guy is supposed to be the best. Surely he's the best in US at this time. So he's being made, like basically they're what they're going for, the story writer and screenplay writer and people like that, showrunner, like what they're basically trying to do is basically make him feel like the best player by the way he talks and stuff to the audience, even though that guy comes off across for me like a, not like a champion but more like a show off, because most of the great chess players, yes, they're animated, a lot of them are arrogant even, they're not show offs, like they analyze the game perfectly, and this guy did do that. So I didn't have a problem with it, though I thought that I did, but then that guy obviously redeemed himself with the analysis of Beth's game against Peltic. um yeah, so I am looking forward to seeing this guy. Surely this guy's coming back in like at least two or three of more episodes, the same way the other guy did, the Towns guy, who I thought was done, and obviously he came back, so I'm guessing that he'll also be back. It was fun to see those two people in the reception who were there in the last episode. I forgot their names, Mike and Matt or something. So those two, it was fun to see them. I liked this episode because there was obviously a time jump in this again, but this one, like, yeah, this one was obviously also chess oriented, and I'm happy that it was chess oriented and not just a story oriented one. And I wonder what was the like reasoning behind having that opening scene with the mother drowning, or at least, you know, tricking her daughter that she was drowning, and there was this clock sound in the background. I don't know what the significance of that episode or that of that particular scene was. Maybe I wasn't observant enough to figure that out. Yeah, what else? So now I don't know what's going to happen next, because obviously there have been a couple of hints of the Russian guy, Borgov or something. I forgot the name. So obviously there's going to be, in some episode, Beth is going to play that guy, and there has already been like an indication of the fact that Russian chess players are really good, which they are, or at least they were really good, like in that era. Even now, they produce a lot of good players, but obviously the top player right now is Carlsen. But yeah, there are a lot of good Russian players, and even American ones, they're pretty good. So it's going to be interesting to see, because if this is happening in 65, 66, I don't remember when the first episode was in, the first scene. Yeah, so it's interesting. I wonder if they are going down the. I might be wrong in thinking this, but wasn't Bobby Fischer American? And he played Spassky in the infamous World Chess Championship, where he, if I'm not mistaken, he lost a game and then he did not play one because of some political issue, if I'm not mistaken, and then he came back and like won 2 games. The legend of Bobby Fischer was like created there. If not created, at least was like cemented there. So I don't know, like I don't know if this Beth Harmon is a real character or not. It seems that she isn't. That's what I think I read somewhere. But yeah, if they are going to go down that sort of a route, like they are probably mirroring some aspects of Fisher's life. I don't know if Fisher was an addict or something. I mean, he was obviously a prodigal genius, but I don't know if he was an addict or something. He was obviously American, and then he did not play chess longer than he could have. And then people like Kasparov and stuff came about in the 90s. And obviously Vichy came. So yeah, actually Kasparov obviously came in the 80s, I think, but Vichy came like in the 90s. So yeah, I don't have anything much to say about this episode. Like last episode I had those 2 issues, but here there weren't any. And the thing that they did in this episode, I liked it much better, because they basically had Elizabeth talking over, like she was basically talking to somebody else, but that conversation was basically happening for the viewers at the same time as the game. So she was basically giving a commentary of her own game. a couple of times. And I don't like this aspect of people talking to each other during games. That's just rubbish. And I'm happy that did not happen this time around. So yeah, that's all. Yeah, that's all for now. I'm really looking forward to this seasons because yeah, this has been a much better sort of rendition of a story than I expected. Even though I knew going into the series that it was rated 8.9 at the time at IMDb, and it had an 100% score in Rotten Tomatoes, but yeah, this has been much better than I expected, and hope it continues. And yeah, that I don't know if I'm sure that that part of the reaction I did not cut, but that Natalie Dormer thing. Can somebody please confirm, or like I have to confirm, but I can't do it now because I'm worried about spoilers and stuff. I'll probably do it after the end of this season. She looks very much like Natalie Dormer in that one particular scene, that couple of seconds, maybe 5 seconds, where she was sitting on the ground talking to Towns guy, and he was like moving her hair or something. That but one particular frame or like few frames, she was like literally looking like Natalie Dormer. So maybe they are related. I don't know. I don't know. This actress is called as Anna Taylor Joy or Anna Joy Taylor or something. So I'm not sure. At first, I thought that this TV series was a British one. Apparently, it was an American one. I realized that in the last episode. So yeah, I don't know. I don't have anything else to say. I'm going to react to Stranger Things today. Season 1, episode 3. And the Dark episode 2 reaction is already up on the channel. It's unblocked. And I'm going to upload the episode 3 reaction either today or tomorrow. So that should be available by about 9th November or so. So look out for that. Thank you for watching this video. Please support the channel, like, share and subscribe so that the channel can grow. And obviously your support is the biggest motivation that I have. So please do that. And that's all for this video. Thank you so much. Bye guys.